going to cover something very great today, something that Dad had built for the farm. You can see it in the background, and we also had it as a part of a lot of the pictures that we took. So you always saw the guardrail that was built, but now we're going to talk about how the guardrail was built and what tools were used in order to create it. So Dad, I'm going to turn this over to you. Yes, Dad, y'all. And he's going to talk about how the guardrail was created.
Well, welcome to our channel. Today we're going to talk about the guardrail and some of the tools that we use to do the work. Some of the important tools when it comes down to doing this type of work that you're definitely going to have out here. You're going to have an auger. This auger right here came important. I had to dig, well, we had to dig 19 6x6 hoses, then 19 of the small ones. And that's, in other words, we dug 38 hoses, 4 feet deep. It's very, very important, 4 feet deep. Okay, we use, like I said, start off with the auger. We use the spacer, these two spacers. I create these spacers myself. And this is the tool that I use, the compass I use to keep the spacers in place. Now, the purpose of the spacers is to keep these 2x8 in place. It's 2x8x10 in place. Each one of these 2x8x10 is 8 foot on center. That means that it's in the center of each one of these posts going down. And this little contraption that I made came in handy. The only thing I had to do is clamp it on the 6x6 and put the other board on, and it's a fast process, and it helped me get through this in no time. So this came in handy. Also, the clamps came in handy. Okay. When you're working with wood, you got to have a chainsaw, a saw period. So this little chainsaw that we have came in handy, and we use the rope. We use the ropes as guide. Make sure things when we get through look perfectly right. Now, I know y'all know what this is. This is a post hole digger. A post hole digger, when you're doing this type of work, the auger can only go so far. Then you can have to use the post hole digger and the breaker bar, and to go the extra mile. So, say for instance, the post hole, the auger could go only 3 feet down, and you run into some rocks. You can use the breaker bar and the pole hole digger to do the remaining work. And then when you get through, you can use this grubbing hole right here. I got it. This grubbing hole will help when you put the 6x6 in the ground. It help cover it up, help pack it down. Between the grubbing hole and this part of the breaker bar, it help cover the hole up. And then you have to have a drill, and a better operated drill. This bad boy really came in handy. And the best type of screws to use in this type of operation is a bit to use in this type of operation is a deck screw with a deck bit. And it helped me finish this project in no time, as you can see. You can see all the way down, So these are the tools that we use. The drill, the breaker bar, the grubbing hole, the post hole digger, the chainsaw, the lines, guide us, make sure we be even all the way down. These two items right here is the guide for the wood, 2x8 wood, in the auger. Okay, without these, I'm telling you, I don't think I could have done the job. So these are the tools that we use to do this project.
Dad, why don't you let them know how long did it take to actually put up the guardrail?
It took us approximately 3 to 4 days. And the process was not that hard because we were well organized. We were well organized with our equipment. We had the wood on the property. We had the screws. We had all the materials that we needed. So we didn't have to go back and forth to Home Depot, back and forth to any place, you know.
The only thing is that Home Depot did do the delivery of the 6x6s for us.
Yeah, for a very reasonable price too.
Yeah, it was real cheap, and that way we didn't have to, because you know that traditionally what we do, because we don't have the truck yet, is that we use the car to tow. So this time we said we'll go ahead and have Home Depot do the delivery of the 6x6s for us. Now initially we didn't want to act, well, Dad didn't. Dad did not want to put up the guardrail.
No, man.
He wanted us to go ahead and get our fence guy to do it and have it professionally done. I think that there was some doubt on whether or not we were strong enough to pick up the 6x6, and there was also some doubts about the amount of holes that we would be able to dig. But once we got the auger, and once we found out that, you know, I've got some muscles now that I've been farming out here and having to lift stuff, it was very easy for us to pick up the 6x6s after the holes were drilled, just to put the posts inside the holes. So
when it come down to putting down fence or doing fence work, and I did a whole lot of that when I had my business in Miami. And you know, when you get old, you just want to go. You don't want to go in that direction. You know, say, hey, let's somebody else do it. I don't know. But I said, hell with it. We save. I'm telling you, be honest with you. We save on labor about $5,000-6,000, and I think the out-of-pocket expense was about what?
We only had to pay for the posts this time around, and also the facing boards, because we already had these boards right here from our raised beds. Remember when I had the backyard farming? These boards right here were repurposed. I think I explained that in a couple of the other pictures that we did. We were lucky to already have the board, so we really didn't have to spend that much. But on the lights, you could see the lights, one right here by Dad.
Yeah.
And then also spend money on the posts.
Yeah, that was it, you know. And we took our time. Like I said, we took our time and did it right. Each day we made sure we got our rest and left early for the next day. So I'm glad we finished this project right here. And now I think it's time to go to another project.
Yeah, so it's time to move on to something else. And a lot of you that are afraid of DIY projects, if somebody like me can do it and my dad can do it, it's just the two of us, you can also do it too.
Okay, how many holes that we had to dig? It was like
almost 40 holes.
Yeah, I think 38, right?
38.
Yeah, 38. And they had to be 4 foot deep.
4 feet deep.
Yeah, 4 feet deep. And an auger will come in handy when you're dealing with this type of.
So a lot of you that complain and said, "Oh, my dad need an auger. My dad need an auger." I did get an auger. I got an auger from Harbor Freight for the low. It was only like, I believe, $250. And we thought because it was lightweight and because it was cheaper than the traditional augers that come out of Home Depot, we thought that it would not do the job. But actually, the auger did an excellent job.
Excellent job, yeah.
So we're really glad that we invested in it, and we're going to use it going forward because we have other projects that we have to do.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're waiting on 10 of the 6 by 6 by 12s, and we're waiting on 10 of the 1 by 6 by 8s in order to finish the guardrail. We're gonna, like I said, use our old boards from the raised beds that we had and repurpose those for this project. So our lights were discontinued, but we had to drive about an hour and a half to Macon. And from there, we were able to get the lights that we need to finish this project. We already had, I think it was about 9 lights, and we needed 10 more of the post lights. So right now we're just waiting on the delivery driver, and I told him the wrong entrance to come in. We need him for the other side of the property. So hopefully they can adjust. So we have to expand the driveway in the front because it's not ideal for trucks to come through. It's too narrow, but the other driveway is big enough for deliveries, and we're actually working on that side of the property anyway. So that's what's going on this morning, y'all. It's early. I mean, the sun just came out, so that's what it's like. It's a couple of days before Thanksgiving, and we're trying to get this guardrail project taken care of because we have relatives that come over, and we don't want any issues of them tumbling over the side of that steep part of that side of the property. So waiting on the delivery driver. Dad, can you tell them what you're working on this morning?
I'm working on a spacing for a 2x12 fencing rail, and this would be the easiest way to do it. We have 2 spaces, and we keep everything balanced, everything level. Kind of like the one we did with the front poles. With this one right here, we just set the like we did the front with the 2x4. We set them on here. I got another one exactly like this post right here. We set it on the other side, and we could go keep the rails level all the way, so it won't be no guesswork.
Yep. So this is our project for the guardrail, and we're waiting on 10 more boards to show up today. The delivery just arrived. we're trying to finish up. on this project here. It's coming along nice.
We do.
Okay.
Okay then. Thanks for hit the like button first of all, and please subscribe. We need y'all support. And like I said, welcome to our channel and enjoy our life journey with us.
Yes, and if you have any questions about the process of creating a guardrail, because you need to do it for the type of landscaping that you have, just always in the comment section below, just ask any questions and we try to answer everyone. So go ahead and just ask away, because like I said, it wasn't that difficult at all. And we needed to get it done because of the slope that's behind here, and we wanted to keep the cars or any of the contractors that come on site, we wanted to make sure that all the vehicles remain safe. So it was important for us to do this type of installation. So if you have any questions, just just comment below.
Safety first. I'll remember when you doing this type of work, safety is first.
Yeah.
You have to put this slope that's deep. It's a deep slope on the side of the guardrail, real deep. If a car or a truck get down there, it'd be hard as hell for a tow truck driver to pull it up. So I think that we did the proper thing, putting safety first.
Okay.
Okay, that's it.
That's it.